Greetings, dragons. My name is Ven, and you are most welcome to my channel, EarthDragonSpeaks, podcast episode 4. I extend my sincerest wishes of goodness and blessings to you today and always. So, welcome to today's episode of How to Be Emotionally Strong, where we dive into the topic of emotional strength. So, have you ever felt overwhelmed by life's challenges and wished you could handle them with more ease? Today, we'll explore what it means to be emotionally strong and how you can develop this crucial skill. From understanding your emotions to building resilience and creating a support network. So, let's get started. Last year, I faced one of the toughest periods of my life. I lost my job, and it felt like my world was crumbling around me. I remember sitting on my couch, feeling completely overwhelmed and unsure of what to do next. But through that experience, I discovered the importance of emotional strength. It wasn't easy, but I learned valuable lessons about resilience, even self-awareness, and the power of a strong support network. Today, I want to share some of those lessons with you. Did you know that according to a recent study, 75% of people report experiencing significant stress at least once a month? That's 3 out of every 4 of us. It's clear that emotional challenges are a common part of life, and yet many of us struggle to manage our emotions healthily. In today's episode, we'll explore how to build emotional strength to navigate these challenges more effectively. So here's a brief overview of the topics that will be covered during this podcast. I will be speaking about introduction to emotional strength, understanding emotional strength, self-awareness, building resilience, support network, and self-care. So I'll start with phase 1, where I want to speak about understanding emotional strength. Let's see, what does it mean to be emotionally strong? So being emotionally strong means effectively managing your emotions, especially during difficult times. It involves self-awareness to understand your feelings, resilience to bounce back from setbacks, and healthy coping mechanisms like mindfulness and exercise. Emotionally strong people are adaptable. They maintain a positive outlook. They regulate their emotions well and rely on a supportive network. They also practice self-care to support their overall well-being. I'll be using my experience from last year as an example. Let me tell you about my emotional roller coaster first. When I sensed that I would be losing my job at first, it was not surprising to me because I heard and saw many people going through the same situation since COVID-19. I was disappointed, but not that surprised, to be honest. Somewhere there was a feeling that this may happen. Anyone can face the situation, but not everyone may take it the same way. Why am I saying that is because not everybody has the same background story. Even though I knew that these things may or could happen, I was unable to accept them initially because I was emotionally attacked by people who wouldn't even bother where you are then. It's easy for a company to let you go because that's what they do. Initially, I had to take a few days off to process and strengthen myself. It's only the people who go through this that can understand the emotions that they come with during this time. Fear was the first thing that hit me immediately. How do I survive without a job? How do I break the news to my family members? Will they be able to understand? There were 100 things that I was thinking at the same time, crushing my brain at the speed of light. I later realized that I could not take it, knowing the fact that I worked so hard and finished things with crazy deadlines. It was like, come what may, in many situations at work. The lockdowns during COVID-19 were harsh. I had to achieve my targets by working from home. It wasn't fun at all for me. Maybe we will speak about that as well on one of our podcasts in the future. I could not believe that we made sales during that year working from home and had nowhere to go. Let's not get carried away. We will have our time to speak about this as well. So one thing I learned, even if you work hard, they won't consider you. A little bit of sadness came over me and I did cry. Let's remember, we are just human beings. We feel emotions at the speed of light. Especially when you are in your 30s, it's even harder to express what you're going through because you pretty much know that not everyone gets it until it happens with you. But luckily for a person such as me who has gone through hell in many stages of my life, I have learned to give time for everything. What I do is, I usually need to go through these phases for me to reach this point where I tell myself, I am good, I am enough, and I can achieve in life with or without support. When you have gone through various situations in life, you just hit that adamant stage quite too soon. So with my tears still rolling down my cheeks, I immediately started planning what to do next. It did not take me much time to think about what my options were. Post this feeling, I told myself I would never go back to working in a 9 to 5, at least not for the next few years. This decision was very strong, and until right now as I speak, I am still saying I do not want to go back. It will take me time to heal from that. It was a scary decision, but should I live with fear or do something about it? I asked myself. In my first episode, I mentioned this. So I went back to work and confidently handed in my resignation letter with a smile. You see, my dragons, this is how you do it. At some point, you need to leave your fears behind. Do not live with them for far too long, be it whichever circumstances. I worked even harder when I was serving my notice. That's because I am who I am. To date, I don't recollect a day that I was sad about doing good for someone else. I have seen many people not giving a damn while serving their notice, and they just clock in and clock out, but trust me, you don't have to do that. That comes with a lot of things later for sure, so try to give your best at your worst for you and only for you. Okay, my dragons? So self-care is a must during this time. And who can take care of you better than you? You know what stage you are in, and all you need to be is to have self-awareness. Do not dwell in that phase for too long, especially when you know that nothing will change. I was going to the gym at that time, so I continued with my classes and kept myself active. I told myself to use whatever resources I had and see where it would lead me. Starting somewhere was all I needed. So there are some common misconceptions in regards to emotional strength. So being emotionally strong does not involve ignoring or hiding your feelings. Instead, it's about understanding and dealing with emotions in a healthy way, such as talking about them, seeking support, or finding constructive outlets rather than bottling them up or pretending they don't exist. So again, this one is hard to say because I was in a stronger situation mentally. I would say that I was able to accept that what was in store for me. Had it been let's say mentally I was not in the right phase, the situation may have turned into something else. I am just trying to keep myself in that situation as well. Who knows, if I had to pay my debts, it would have been a disaster to lose my job during this time. Otherwise, how would I be able to manage? Don't fear to be in this situation as well. I don't want you to think I am being rude by saying this. Maybe even if you feel stuck in these circumstances, you will first need to think with a quiet mind. I don't believe that there is no solution to a problem. There will always be. Maybe you can ask for help from a family or friend that understands your situation. Take a calculated risk. Do not make decisions based on weak emotions. Try to visualize everything slowly. Check what is the priority first during such similar circumstances. Always try to find ways to simplify things, even if that has to come with a downgrade in your lifestyle. Remember, it's not permanent, it's just temporary. Even such situations do not last forever. Boost your self-confidence and believe in what you do. In case you know someone who can understand your situation, always walk up to that person and do not fear. It's only when you approach you will know what's the right way, else you will end up in doubt and fear. So, developing emotional strength is also crucial for overall well-being because it helps you handle stress. It can build better relationships and maintain mental health. It enables you to navigate life's challenges more effectively, leading to a more balanced and fulfilling life. Not only that, when you find the way, you become hopeful and positive about any struggle that you face in life. You start becoming confident even when there is nobody to look up to. For most of my struggles in life, I have not been able to open up completely to anyone. Maybe it's just because I see others already trying to cope with their situations daily. I always tell myself I can do this on my own. Of course, this isn't for everyone out there. Like I said, it's based on how balanced your mental health is in a given situation. Take my situation, for example. I was grieving about losing my job, but I gave my head a rest in just a few days. Having a healthy mindset will only make your life easier. That's the secret. The longer you focus on a closed door, the more darkness will spread around it, eventually causing your mind to become tired and weak, making it harder to solve the problem quickly. Instead, speak to yourself gently. Get some rest, take a nap, read a book, and watch your favorite show that keeps your mood happy. This way, you can regain your self-awareness and manage your home relationships more effectively. So, phase 2 is self-awareness. Let's discuss the importance of understanding your emotional triggers and thought patterns. This is called introspection. It's the process of looking inward to understand your thoughts and feelings. By understanding your emotional triggers, which is the situations or events that provoke a strong emotional response, and thought patterns, the habitual ways you think about and interpret events, you can better manage your reactions. This self-awareness helps you respond more thoughtfully and calmly to challenging situations, rather than reacting impulsively or being overwhelmed by emotions. We all have some understanding of our emotions. If you haven't paid attention to how you react to different situations, that's okay. There's always a first time. By understanding your feelings, you can better understand others too. Working on yourself not only makes you a better person, but you might also help someone else along the way. One day you'll thank yourself for taking the time to be patient. Always keep in mind that no matter your age, life is full of surprises. I'm not just talking about bad ones. Good things happen too. Sometimes people who usually don't see the bright side may not know how to react to positive events. They might ignore them or leave them behind, missing out on changes that could improve their lives. So, self-awareness is vital for your day-to-day life. So, there are some ways and techniques that can help boost your self-awareness. If you enjoy journaling, you could write something you've always wanted to write, like that book you've been dreaming of releasing. Meditation is also beneficial as it calms and soothes you. I want to be honest though, I don't practice traditional meditation. Instead, my playlist is filled with frequency music that heals through vibrational notes. So there are plenty of these on YouTube. I always turn to them when I feel overwhelmed. I love the sound of the hang drum and singing bowl. So when I listen to them, I follow a pattern. I either try to keep my mind blank, tricking my brain into thinking everything is okay, or I visualize. I love using my imagination. I always visualize myself at my highest energy or helping someone, whether it's my family or anyone else. You can follow this method or try something new. Let me know what works for you. Practicing mindfulness can help reduce stress and improve focus and your overall, well-being. Try to live in the present moment rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. And visualizing something good about yourself is fine unless it creates anxiety. So stressing over things that haven't happened will only make it worse. Do something that eases your mind, not something that makes you feel suffocated. So we are next on phase 3, which is building resilience. So resilience is the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties and adapt well to challenging situations. It's a crucial part of emotional strength because it enables you to handle stress, overcome obstacles, and persist through tough times. By being resilient, you can maintain your mental and emotional well-being even when faced with adversity. There are some few strategies that you can follow. It's like we all face struggles from time to time, and they can vary from person to person. I've used the example of job loss to illustrate how you can build emotional strength to cope with such challenges. But every hardship teaches us something valuable. The quicker you understand yourself and the situation, the faster you can adapt to your daily life. I encourage you to practice positive self-talk. When I was dealing with the loss of my job, I reminded myself that I was skilled and capable. I reflected on past successes and realized that losing a job wouldn't stop me. Keeping your mind active and assessing every aspect of your situation is crucial. Remember the priorities I mentioned earlier in this podcast. So stress management is vital because it affects both your mental and physical health. Avoid unhealthy foods and instead eat plenty of fruits and drink water regularly. Stress can dehydrate your body because overthinking puts pressure on you. Try to avoid sad movies or dramas. Instead, watch sci-fi or sitcoms that boost your mood. Going for a walk or simply taking time to relax can also help you. So the next phase is support network. So the role of a support network in emotional strength is also crucial because It provides you with emotional and practical assistance during tough times. Having a network of friends, family, or mentors offers encouragement, perspective, and help when needed. This support can make challenges more manageable, reduce feelings of isolation, and contribute to your overall emotional resilience and well being. There are a few tips for developing and maintaining strong, supportive relationships. Number one is communicate openly. Share your thoughts and feelings honestly to foster trust and understanding. Number two, be reliable. Show up and be there for others consistently and reciprocate support when needed. Number three is listen actively. Pay attention and validate others' experiences and emotions without judgment. Number four, show appreciation. Express gratitude and acknowledge the positive impact others have on your life. Number five is invest time. Spend quality time together to strengthen bonds and deepen connections. These practices help create a sustained, meaningful, supportive relationships. During difficult times, the best immediate solution is to have someone by your side who truly understands what you're going through. This could be a family member, a friend, or someone wise who can not only empathize but also reassure you that things will improve. Avoid surrounding yourself with people who don't understand your situation, as this can be draining. If you find yourself alone, that's okay too. Remember, no one can better support you than yourself. I find comfort in being there for myself, as it reduces the pressure on others and helps me feel more self-reliant. However, everyone handles things differently, so do what works best for you. Be wise in assessing your next steps and what will be most beneficial for you. So, phase 5 is self-care. And self-care is the practice of taking deliberate actions to maintain and improve your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. It's essential for emotional balance because it helps manage stress, it prevents burnout, and ensures you have the energy and resilience to handle life's challenges. By prioritizing self-care, you maintain a healthier, more balanced emotional state. There are many simple self-care routines you can follow. For instance, try waking up early and going to bed early to maintain a healthy sleep schedule. Regular exercise helps release stress and keeps your body moving. There are plenty of home exercises on YouTube practiced by many professionals. Make sure to stay hydrated and avoid fast food. Getting plenty of rest is essential, and napping can be a great form of self-care. Engaging in activities you enjoy, like cooking your favorite dish or trying out a new recipe, is also beneficial. Learning something new on YouTube can keep your brain active and open to new ideas. The key is to stay positive, focus on good thoughts, and avoid negativity. So, in today's episode of How to Be Emotionally Strong, we explored the concept of emotional strength and its importance in navigating life's challenges. Emotional strength involves effectively managing your emotions, building resilience, and having a strong support network. We discussed how understanding your emotions and developing self-awareness through techniques like journaling, meditation, and mindfulness can help you handle stress better. So resilience is crucial because it helps you recover from difficulties and adapt to adversity. Positive self-talk, problem-solving skills, and stress management are key strategies for building resilience. I also highlighted the role of a support network and the significance of surrounding yourself with understanding and empathetic people. If you're alone, remember that you can be your own best support. Lastly, we covered the importance of self-care in maintaining emotional balance. Simple routines like getting adequate rest, exercising, staying hydrated, and engaging in enjoyable activities can help you stay resilient and positive. Remember, emotional strength is about managing your emotions healthily and not about suppressing them, okay? By incorporating these practices, you can build a stronger emotional foundation and better handle life's ups and downs. So, as we conclude today's episode, keep in mind the wise words of Robert Schuller. Tough times never last, but tough people do. So, life's challenges may seem overwhelming, but they are temporary. What truly endures is your inner strength and resilience. Every difficulty you face is a chance to build character and fortitude. Remember, it's not the tough times that define you, but your ability to rise above them. By nurturing your emotional strength, you pave the way for a brighter future. Thank you for joining me on the EarthDragonSpeaks podcast. Embrace your inner toughness, continue to grow, and keep moving forward. If today's episode on emotional strength resonated with you, please show your support by subscribing to my channel and giving a like. Share this podcast with anyone who might be navigating their emotional journey. Your support not only helps us grow but also spreads the message of resilience and inner strength. Together we can inspire and uplift each other through life's challenges. Embrace your inner dragon and let your strength shine. And also, I keep forgetting to mention this in my previous podcast. If you have any questions to ask, if you have any doubts, you can always write down in the comments. I have opened the comment section, so feel free to share any of your feelings or emotions, what you think about my podcast. Is there anything that you'd like to learn or you'd like to know? If it's possible, I am going to give you an answer, but as of now I don't have anything, so I am just talking based on my experience by self-reflecting. So in case if you have any doubts, any confusion, or there's just some question and my podcast just came to your feed and you just happen to listen to it, you can always approach me. I will always try my best to find a solution for you. So do not hesitate. Write down your comments, mention and ask anything you'd like to know. So thank you so much and have a nice day. Bye for now, and thank you.